Good morning. I ask that you forgive me for my tardiness. I overslept and it started raining. Or maybe it was raining and that's why I overslept. Or maybe because when I sleep too early, I wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and then I'm up and then it's kind of hard to go back to sleep and then I wake up late. So this morning, we're doing our Shift Your Thinking Tuesdays. And while I'm late, you guys, I do apologize. It's supposed to be 8:10. I want to commit to the 8:10 in the morning and do it for a 13-minute build. So we are on to the next section that I titled, When You Think Less About What People Think of You. And I'm going to correct that shortly. When you think less about what people think of you, that's when you'll be able to really think. Good morning, Antonio. Good morning, Jabri. Thanks for joining. Thanks, you guys. Drop a comment and say hello, say hi. So I wonder if I can fix the title right now. Let's see. No, I don't think so. Anyway, so it talks about, does your worry over what others think of you hinder your ability to think clearly and peacefully? I mentioned this the other day about needing approval from others, which oftentimes blocks us from taking those next steps because we are concerned about what others think. I like this thing called dry testing. Put it out there and see what happens. And for people who know in my intimate circles, know that I live by the let's see and might as well. Let's see what happens and I might as well. Let's see what happens. Every time there's that voice, you guys, that says you shouldn't do it or you're kind of concerned about what other people think, let's see, and you might as well. So it says, if we measured how much of our thought life is caught up in what others think of us, we've come up with a percentage. That's frightening to think about, that other people have that much power over how you act, right? And yes, we all want to be valued, right? This is certainly me saying I want to be, that I have value and I want to be valued. And so I'm sharing that with you. And that's why I say when I come on, hey, I'm just going to love on you. This is me loving on you in the morning. And so that we can shift our thinking and be mindful about what we're thinking. So I like that it says, take the risk and just be. Have you thought about some ways that you have just taken risk and just stepped out there, put yourself on Front Street? I know I have done tons of things that I put myself on Front Street. This right now, Facebook Live, there's no undoing what I say. I'm looking at the camera and expecting that everything looks good, all is well, and that you receive my message in complete clarity and it resonates with you, that it's genuine. But I'm also reminded that how you receive me or how you interpret me is not my responsibility. That onus doesn't fall on me. Good morning. Hola, prima. Hola, prima. I know that onus is not on me. So I'm reminded that I can put myself out here. And yes, I think with the internet, that becomes a lot more easier because essentially there's a block here, right, between you and I. Yes, I'm connecting, but it's almost one way because I'm sharing this way, and you can't unless you engage, which I ask you to engage. Hey Joshua, let me bring my monitor, my screen over here, because you guys are joining in and I want to see like who's here. LeBron, Patrick, Robert, thanks you guys for joining in. Appreciate you. So we're talking about when you think less about what people think of you, that's when you'll really be able to think. I think that is so significant. It's just amazing that it says sometimes it's a small amount, other times it consumes us and causes unnecessary relational strain. Yeah, could you imagine how much pressure we're putting on ourselves to be concerned about what other people think about us? So today it says, forget about what people think of you, be fully yourself today and see how people respond. I think that's awesome. That's a great practice for today, for us to walk in our truth. I know, and you guys are, I'm inundating you with this word truth, right? Walk in your truth, walk in your truth. Lisa, what does that mean? I don't know what my truth is. For me, truth is that feel good that comes from within. That feel good. Does it feel good, right? Does we innately have that ability to know the right, the wrong? Of course, in having, and I want to be fair with having sound mental health, sound emotional intelligence, we are able to determine what is truth. It feels good, you guys. Like, this is my truth. I'm sharing genuinely what I do in practice of my life. So there's no guessing work. You're seeing it unfold in how I transform my mind into an experience. Albeit most people meditate, some people pray. I read. I'm a big reader. I'm an avid reader. I'm reading 3 books a week, including this one with you guys. And I just want to share that growth with you, that transformation. And I can really relate when it comes to not really putting so much weight on what others people think, because at once a point in time in my life, it meant the world what other people thought of me, so much that it isolated me, it excluded me. And we have to be mindful of not doing that, because we lose our identity. I lost my identity, and I'm grateful and thankful, and I don't negate when things happen in my life that I, at that point in time, I may have said, I don't, I wasn't too fond of the experience, but know that every experience is meant to grow you. And I give thanks that that experience has contributed to my soul growth. I've got some soul growth here that I can sit here and say that these are the things that I incorporate in my life so that, like Hugh likes to say, be a better human being. Be a better human being. So I like that it says, take the risk and just be. In other words, most people say that in do you, boo, right? That expression, do you, boo. And it's also part of one of the chapters in their book, in my book with Anthony, we called it do you, boo. Because it's important that you are doing what authentically feels good for you. Thanks you guys for chiming in. Good morning. I was late this morning, so I gave my disclaimer already. We should already have been done, but I overslept, and it felt great that I overslept, and there was no pressure, right? I wasn't concerned what you guys might think of me because I'm late. I just got to go with the flow. And oftentimes I like to be reminded that we don't see the bigger picture of the external things that are happening in the world. So I give credit that there was a reason for that. And it was all for divine order. So no stress that we started a little late, but perfectly on time. You see how I reword that? How I made it about not putting so much stress about what you guys think, because I have been sharing that we were going to do this every Tuesday, shift your thinking every Tuesday at 8:10 Pacific time. So let others know that we're going to be growing together. We'll transform together. Tune in and drop a comment and say hi, hello. What are your thoughts? Do you give so much weight to what others think about you? So much so that you stop thinking about you? I can only imagine. And there's so many facets of life, because we are relationship based, right? We're in relationship with other people, coworkers, friends, family, children, our money, our work. And that's an ongoing process of how we're experiencing our relationships with other people, and we're wanting to be mindful, so much so that people sometimes bite their tongues and others step over them. Are you that type of person that you tend to be the placate situations so much so that people know that you're not going to speak up? Are you that type of person? Or are you the person that talks all the time, that you're not letting anybody share? So that can go both ways, right? That can go both ways. It says, climb off the mental jungle gym of circumstantial acting and exercise the courage to just let you flow through. We've got about 2 minutes, and I'm going to wrap up here on that. I like that. Climb off the mental jungle gym of circumstantial acting and exercise the courage to just let you flow through. I really like that. That is amazing. Circumstantial acting. Are you beyond authentically you? And I often remind people in my love circle that it's important to be authentically you. The reason being is because if something shines through that someone does not like, they now are empowered to decide whether they want to be around you or not. I would think that I would have only genuine people around me who know me and want to be around me for me being authentically who I am. And I am okay that I'm not for everyone. And you don't have to do anything, but for me, that's okay for me. I embrace that I'm not for everyone. So with that, I say, you guys, let's just love on ourselves, right? Not give so much weight to what other people think about us, and have the courage to just let it flow. Have an amazing and productive Tuesday. We'll tune in next Tuesday at 8:10 a.m. Perhaps I'll be on time Pacific time with Shift Your Thinking Tuesdays. And if you haven't had a chance yet, subscribe, like, share to my social media at LA Super Agent. See you guys.